السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته، مساء الخير جميعًا، أهلًا بكم من جديد في برنامج نيوكاسل مع وليد. طبعًا مكثفين الحلقات، التوقف الدولي وطفشانين ونقرا من هالأخبار. ونشوف صراحة أنا الأخبار اللي أشوفها تزعلني صراحة، أنواع الفَكْش وأنواع التأليف وأنواع الcopy paste. قلنا لأ، لازم نجيب ناس من نيوكاسل يعلمونا وش العلم، وش اللي قاعد صاير معنا. المشجع دانيل طبعًا من الرياضيين وأعرق المشجعين في مدينة نيوكاسل. Welcome lads and lasses to Newcastle with Walid again with Dunil. Welcome Dunil.
Welcome and assalamu alaikum to all our Saudi listeners and good evening to all our UK listeners. Yeah, how's that? Yeah, okay.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. طبعا أي سؤال يخطر في بالكم أو تبون تعرفون رأي المشجع النيوكاسلي والأخبار من نيوكاسل نسأل دانيل. Daniel, at the beginning, what's the word in street now in Newcastle among the fans about what's happening with Newcastle? يعني latest about the result, about possible signing. What the latest regarding Newcastle news and the city, the toon?
The latest basically, obviously everybody's disappointed after the Bournemouth result. But not too surprised because we are literally down to the bare bones as far as our squad goes. And, we are stretched. The shelves are, we are low on stock in terms of bringing in first team, in terms of first team players. I mean, if you look at our injury list, it's virtually a full first team out, and basically January can't come quick enough. Obviously, we know some players are away on international duty. Joe Linton, Bruno Guimaraes, but Fabian Schär has gone with Switzerland, but obviously he won't be playing. But I think everybody's now hoping once this international breaks out the way that everybody who's away on international duty comes back injury free, because literally we are, stretched in terms of playing resources. And obviously in January we need to buy or loan. And I was just listening to the Loaded guys today, and they were suggesting that 2 to 3 players, permanent signing or couple of loans in that that sort of mixture, because it's important we do get bodies in January, because we've got because especially if we're still in Europe and we go far in the FA Cup, so that's the latest as far as Newcastle goes. And obviously, as you're aware, following our win over Arsenal a couple of weeks back, Arteta has been charged for calling VAR a disgrace. So that's basically where it's at.
Just a charge, no punishment.
We don't know what the punishment. I think he's been charged with bringing the game into disrepute, and I think because Arsenal supported him. Yeah, Arsenal supported him. They are also going to be charged as well. So the club and the manager are going to be charged. What punishment is going to be, we don't know yet. So let's just wait and see.
Any names been spread around or possible transfer?
Yeah, there's one striker, Brazilian, which his name seems to be bandied about, is Marcus Leonardo, who plays for Santos in South America. He's only 20 or so, and apparently he looks a decent prospect. But as I say, we're going to have to be quick to get in there before somebody like a Chelsea or whoever gets in. And another important point that I forgot to mention, next week there's a vote on basically club on a block being put on clubs loaning players from associated clubs. For example, Newcastle loaning clubs from other loaning players from other PIF owned clubs.
Does they have the right to do such a thing? It's legal. How they
It,
how they want to make something legal illegal?
thing is, if they go down that route, then you open up a can of worms because Watford have done it. Because Watford owners own, was it
I
Genoa?
remember. I remember last
Yeah,
year
yeah,
they do it with two players.
2 players. Yeah, and another example. This is going back a few years when Man City loaned Frank Lampard a few years back from New York City, and Man City own New York City as well. So it's a can of worms. It's not. It's not straightforward. There's a case to be fought there that if you're going to block this, then what about those? So it's it's a mess.
It's a mess because do you notice that maybe the latest big decision in the FA and the Premier League is something have to do with Newcastle? I remember like after the takeover, the sponsors and the
Yes,
limits,
yes.
and later on uh, the coach, the assistant coach, shouldn't be
In the
standing.
technical area. Yeah,
And
yeah. That's right.
this is just because Jason Tyndall, the Mad Dog, and
Yeah,
now this.
yeah.
So it's always a way just to stop Newcastle, isn't it?
It is. Thing is, Al Walid. Just going back to the start, the cartel six clubs have always thought that football is all about them. Yeah, the clubs: Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham, Man City, and Chelsea. Six clubs think football is our arena. We should have all the money. Newcastle came in last season, and what we got top four last season, and we stole. Well, we didn't stole, but we took the place of Liverpool and Chelsea in the Champions League. So we took their share of Champions League money. They don't like that. Plus, with us being the most northern club, there's this north-south thing as well. There's a lot of factors in there. A lot of this, the media won't say openly on, mainstream TV. And basically, it's jealousy. Jealousy is driving it. That whatever happens, let's keep Newcastle down. Because they know that we're growing season by season by season. We're only going to get bigger. And I mean, we've already got a good fan base in your neck of the woods, haven't we? In Saudi Arabia, there's a the fan base is growing there, which is great to see. And once we become a worldwide brand, then it's going to be different. Then it's going to be different. We are going to be different level after that. That's what I will say. But it's all boils down to jealousy. That's what it's about.
Who do you think came with this idea? Which is it a team? How is that happening? You think?
What all this trying to block things and
No, yeah, the transfer, the loan. How they come up to think this way?
I have a feeling it's somebody like a Daniel Levy's brought that up. Yeah, I have to say it. I'm going to say it because he's because he obviously didn't want one of the ones who didn't want the takeover to go through. So he's definitely one of the people behind it.
Do you think they will get the votes? They need
the vote.
They need 14.
14, yeah, basically 14. So that's what.
Why 14? What's if 13? Why 14?
14 will be a majority, won't it? So it'll be like 70%. So that's like, because obviously, well, if you think about it, we'll not be voting because was it 20 clubs? Yeah, we'll not be voting. Man City don't think.
No. I mean, like, okay, we can't vote, so it's 19. So what if 10 says no, or
what
just
if
10?
10 say they want to allow the loans to go
No,
through?
they don't want. Allow 10 and 9.
9 don't vote.
Yeah, so is the majority is 10.
Yeah,
Why 14?
Majority. Why 14? 14, I think it's an overrun, but if it's 10, then it would be like
I see.
Yeah, there'll be.
So what do you think next? What next thing? I think this is the last thing they could do. This they could do something.
Yeah,
What else
exactly.
left? What else left?
There's nothing else they can do. I mean, FFP's already strangles. Well, it is holds us back. And basically, this potential loan business, and any time if we sell a player to the Saudi league, that's going to be questioned. Is it fair market value? Any sponsors that we bring in, they're always going to be questioned. So they're trying all ways, but what people have forgotten is that who we've got in charge have got interests in brands that they use every day. Very clever people. So these people aren't, like shopkeepers. These are, big time business heads who run worldwide, world famous brands. So let them get on with it, let them crack on. We'll just do what we do and do it the right way, and I'm sure we'll be fine. Because I know behind the scenes there's some very clever people involved, and
Daniel, this is all what people talk about today, the Everton detection 10 points. So we know that Everton have something to do with overreach, the financial fair play.
Yeah.
But as I remember, it's been talking, and 2 years, I think they've been talking about this. So why now the 10, and why now, and why it's 10 points only?
10 points up. It just it must be something to do with the severity of it. It must be. I think Everton, because Everton have cooperated with the investigation.
Okay.
Right. So basically, if they've cooperated, so then they'll come to an arrangement with any punishment. If say that they hadn't cooperated like they should have, then the punishment may have been more severe. But it's because they've cooperated. So
why? Okay. Why did they overreach the financial fair play? What went wrong with them? Why they didn't succeed?
Why they didn't succeed? It's basically they tried to live beyond their means. Basically spending, running the club at a loss. I mean, clubs are a business, and if you run a business at a loss, then it's then you're in trouble, aren't you? So they just basically and debt as well. I think that they'd got themselves into a lot of debt as well. Which is as you well know, if you borrow money, you've got to pay it back, haven't you? So
they didn't see it coming.
No, they saw it coming. Yeah, because the clues usually, if you go into the if you look at the accounts which are available on Companies House, that will give you a little bit of a guidelines as to, because I think the club's been at a loss for the last 3 years or so. So basically no club's making money, but they've been at a major.
Does Everton thought that they will make money and they didn't?
Basically, yeah. If they manage to sell players, etc., but because that usually softens the blow of any losses. If clubs make a profit on players, that usually reduces any losses. But with Everton, it's quite a mess because there's all sorts of people involved in it. There's a Russian guy involved.
For me, it's weird. They sell Richarlison, they sell Gordon, and I think they want to sell Onana, I believe.
Yeah,
they tried to sell many players, but I don't know how they couldn't pass this.
Yeah, it's basically it's a build up of over the years. It's a build up. Prediction: in which year do you believe NUFC will win the Premier League? Good one. I'm going to put my neck out there. I'm going to say season 24-25.
واو. طبعا يتوقع الفوز نيوكاسل بالدوري 2025. والله ممكن، ليش لا. Speaking of the league, let's have some we'd like to talk about a little bit about the table.
Yeah.
The table. So that's our side. So how you think our luck in ending? Which position you think we are in, and what do you think of the top 6 teams above us?
Yeah. Obviously, I'll go from the top. Actually, Man City, you know, they are, you know, they've won it season in, season out, and they're a strong outfit. I mean, they've got a good. Remember, with Premier League, it's about the squad, and they have a pool of players. If first choice is injured, somebody else comes in and does a job. Man, you can't see past them. They're the best team, you know, in the UK, if not the world. Liverpool are looking.
But before Liverpool, Daniel, I saw the Saudi guys here talking about after Everton get punished. Is Man City close to be punished as well? No.
That, I think with the legal team they'll keep that case in court. They've got 115. What was it? 115. No, 115 FFP offences against them. You know, breaches. 100. Yeah. So where that goes, I don't know. But from what I've listened to, etc., because they'll have the top, you know, lawyers on their side. They'll try and keep that case running for as long as possible, because that could get very, very messy. You know, 115, that's a lot. Yeah. Going on to Liverpool. Liverpool look like, you know, they've got a decent side. They bought well in the summer in McAllister and Szoboszlai and the guy Nunes, Salah. So they've got, you know, a spine of a good side again. So I don't think they'll be far away. Arsenal are going to suffer a blip somewhere, because I think last season they thought was their season, and I think Tottenham are going to struggle because they're going to be out without Maddison. So I think they will drop a bit. Villa might be surprise package, because Villa look decent. I mean, I know we beat them 5-1.
Daniel, we would like to ask you about Tottenham. I noticed that this has happened, maybe this is the second time. If you remember Nuno Santo,
yeah,
when he went from Wolves to Tottenham, they went as well, and they win at the beginning of the league, and they become the first. And after that, they do the maximum, and they drop out very quickly. It seems same thing happened with the Greek, I think, or Australian manager.
Australian manager Ange Postecoglou. But thing is, again, it's all about a squad game. If he loses Maddison, he hasn't really got anybody to fill that to be able to, who plays like Maddison. Then because Maddison makes them tick, you know, good playmaker. So, and obviously they've got a few other injuries, so you know they are a bit like us, decimated. Aston Villa, they've got a good coach there, and they've got some decent players, and they've got a striker who's bang on form in Ollie Watkins, a very good player. Definitely one for fantasy football, Ollie Watkins, and I think they won't be far away. Man United, who cares? I'm only kidding. But Man United, now again, I mean, there's a lot of trouble off the pitch at that club at the minute. So, you know, but thing is, with Man United, they're still finding a way to win. Not pretty. They're still getting the 1-0 wins. To us, if we have a fit side, if we all get all our big guns fit, we definitely can get back there again. Brighton. I mean, they've had a good start, so they've been a bit up and down. West Ham, again, they look decent. You know, if they put a run together, who knows? David Moyes has got them playing well. Plus, I think, you know, since they won the Conference League last season, I think they've gained a bit of momentum, a lot of confidence, believing that we can do things. And they've also bought some very good players in over the summer. Obviously, Ward-Prowse and the Mexican lad, Alvarez, as number 6. I think they've got good balance in the side. Chelsea are starting to fire again, but again, you know, they're not the Chelsea of old. You know, they're not the Chelsea under Mourinho or Ancelotti. Different side now. So as far as we're concerned, I think we'll get near, if not top 4, we will get somewhere near. We will be in a European place come the end of the season. That's my belief, because there's still a transfer window to go. So depends if we buy well in January, you know, that could mean we push on. So might not get top 4 again, Champions League, but there again, 5th will be good enough. 5th means Champions League place as well. So, you know, but I think this season is going to be an exciting season. It is going to be tight, not only for the title, but for the European places as well. It will be a very tight season, I think, this season.
This is a great summary, Daniel, and we will go back later with the other 10. Gladly, we are not talking about relegation zone.
Not us. Remember what you said? Relax, we're not going to get relegated.
Can't forget.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. Yeah,
you were there, right?
I was. Yeah.
I was in the state. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I had a photo with you. You got the photo with you. Yeah. You were in full Saudi Arabian dress. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Oh my God, that days. Okay. For me, I think City. It's same this tight table. I think 3 teams better than us only, which are Man City, Liverpool, Arsenal. I think the others is beatable, very easy.
Yeah.
I don't think Chelsea's go even they fire back, but I don't think they are. They will go for this kind of far. So I think 4th is on the table. Tottenham, Aston Villa, Manchester United, they are very struggling, maybe worse than us.
Yeah.
But my concern, Daniel, and I want, if you explain this as much as you can, we are worried about transfer window. Really, we need the players. Why? Why Eddie Howe? Why they are very careful with picking players, and they have to be this and that, and the personality, the dressing room, etc., etc. I respect that. I understand it, but we need the players even if we get some loans. We need the number. Unfortunately, now this situation, we need numbers. More than quality, quantity more than quality now.
You're right. Yeah, 100% there, because as I said earlier, it's a squad game. So if your first 11 are struggling, you need a second 11 that basically can step up and do the job. One thing I will say though, in terms of incomings in January, one thing we mustn't upset is our dressing room dynamic, because I believe that has been important in our progress from the start of the takeover up until now, is that unity. What we mustn't do is upset the unity. That has to be maintained, because I feel if we upset the unity that's in the dressing room, then we're going to have problems, because those problems will then come out on the pitch. But if we can integrate the new signing into the unity of the dressing room as it is, then that is
Okay, and Alan, Daniel, I respect that, but now it's not the time for. Okay, let's have players for short term.
Loans, yes. We have to, desperation. We need to go into the loan market if need be. Exactly. But there is this other thing as well, this other obstacle. There's the old Newcastle tax. The selling club will add an extra amount just because it's us. There is that as well. And our owners are hard bargainers, are businessmen. They're not going to, what's the word? Be taken for a ride.
Yes, but that's why we prefer to get loan players from PIF teams in Saudi Arabia, but we are not taking them for below what they deserve. We will get we will give them more than what they're taking.
Absolutely
reasonable.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, as I say, if we can get loans in, that a loan, 3 loans would be better than, I don't know, 1 permanent signing, because with 3 loans, it's a case of we can try them before we buy them.
Exactly.
That. I mean, one good thing, the directors will be mulling over all sorts. Now, as me and you are speaking, what they're thinking, we don't know yet until.
You remember Willock when he came as a loan and he saved us.
Yes, when he scored 7 in 7 or something. Yes, I remember.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
let's do it again.
Yeah, that. I mean, okay, when he was made permanent, he struggled a bit, but then under Eddie Howe, he's just, he hasn't done too badly. But yeah, something like signing like a Willock would be ideal. I don't think anybody would say no.
Who you want to bring for in the winter? What's the
in the January transfer window?
Who you think we should get? Let's say name 3 or 4 players.
Name 3 or 4 players. Right. Oh, good. You put me on the spot there. Well, I'll go in the positions what we need to.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely need a striker, because our 2 strikers are too injury prone, and Callum Wilson very dodgy. Because we're not. I don't think we, after this season, we'll get much game time out of him in the future. And obviously, the additional striker can either partner Isak or, it's as competition for Isak. So definitely need a striker.
Daniel, I saw clickbait today, but from many journalists speaking about Hugo Ekitike again.
Oh, the PSG striker.
Yeah, he's available for loan apparently.
Yeah, I'm sure we can get somebody better. He turned us down once. Once bitten, twice shy. No, why not go take a look at somebody from, I don't know, Barcelona or somebody like that. Somebody like, I don't know, Gavi or somebody like that, or Pedri, even young striker. Or the other name, I've seen clips of him, but I don't think we'll get him, is the Bayer Leverkusen Boniface. He looks he looks strong.
What about Andy Carroll?
Andy, no, forget him.
He's still playing, right?
Yeah, he plays at a French club now. Yeah, but nah. We need to look to the future. Not used goods. Used players no good. Used goods no good. So somebody like that, as I say, if I was to put a name on a striker, I haven't seen any of that Leonardo, which I'm going on here say, but that Boniface, I've seen some clips of him, and he looks strong and powerful, and somebody like that would be ideal for this league. And the other one, but again, that's just me being dreaming. But I don't think Napoli would let him go. Osimhen, Victor Osimhen, go big, get Osimhen.
Yeah, but Seaman went very. He went to be
He
three.
won.
The
He won too
highest
much.
bid, yeah.
Yeah, he won too much money. But one thing I like about Osimhen, I've watched him play for Napoli, is if he came to the Premier League, he would have the same impact that Didier Drogba had at Chelsea. Strong, powerful.
He make kind of a flirt with Manchester United and Chelsea. He
Yeah,
said
yeah,
these two teams I have their shares. He's like
yeah,
sending a message to start a bid contest.
yeah. To start a bidding war. Yeah. So
Yeah,
no,
bingo.
but I think, as I say, we need to look in the 20 to 25 age range for a striker. Somebody who's young, hungry. I think the key thing is got to be hungry. That
Okay,
he wants.
speaking of Hungary, is it possible that we could bring players from Championship?
Who would you? Yeah.
Do you think this is possible, or this is maybe fan will be overwhelmed, or maybe they will be angry if we bring, for example, a striker or a player from Championship?
From all I would say was, if they're good enough, hey, why not? You know, if you, I mean, uh, if you remember, what was it? Kevin Phillips came through the championships, etc. And look what he ended up doing at Sunderland. No, Kevin Phillips, not him. That's a different Phillips. But yeah,
Another one called Kevin Phillips.
Yeah, Kevin Phillips. Who
Kevin,
used to play, he used to play for Sunderland. Sorry, but yeah, he was hungry. He came through the as I say, the lower leagues to and another example. Look at Jamie Vardy. Look what he did. You know, I mean, he played at Fleetwood Town, non-league. He came through, and look what he did at Leicester. You know, and he's obviously still doing now. But if there's somebody out that they're good enough, then why not? You know, but Championship club will charge us extra because they'll be saying, right, it's Newcastle. Let's see what we can get out of them. So that would be the
that's a striker. What about the middle field?
midfield. Yeah. Yeah. Midfield. I mean, obviously, we've got to get a number 6 in. Somebody who can play the number 6, who can allow Bruno to. Yeah, I think he would be my go-to. Yeah.
Yeah, but how much do you think City will accept for him, or just a loan?
For a loan fee, I don't know. Be a few million loan fee. I know that. About, I don't know, 5 or something like that. I don't know. 5-6 million loan fee, and then I don't know, whatever wages arrangement, and then he actually would be the ideal candidate for midfield because he knows the Premier League. He's played in the Premier League with Leeds, so yeah, he'd be ideal. I wouldn't mind him here. Plus England international as well, so he played for England. So you know, I'd be happy with Phillips. Yeah, all day long.
Defenders.
Yeah, and yeah, defend. Yeah, we definitely need because we are struggling with defenders. I mean, fullbacks. Obviously, we've got Tino, Livramento, Trips is there. I know Hall's on loan at the minute, but I think we need to look in the centre back area. We need to bring in another centre back because our first choice is obviously one's injured until the new year, and Shaw takes a lot of hits during games. So you don't know when he's going to be injured next. So we need to be looking at the in the centre back area, definitely somebody, I don't know, from the German league. somebody was mentioned today. I can't remember what his name was. Thomas Braithwaite or somebody like that from Leverkusen, who's meant to be a pretty decent centre back. So, somebody like that would be ideal. But it's a case.
Charlie Bennett mentioned that Gerard Brandwith from Everton.
Oh, Gerard Braithwaite. Yes. Everton player. Yeah. Apparently, he's been on. He was on loan at PSV Eindhoven, and he's come back a better player. I say, if he's good enough, why not? But again, it boils. I think it would have to be with him alone with an option to buy, because I think Everton will try to get the maximum amount of money for him if we came in with a bid.
Any club is there any special club have good relation with Newcastle that we can have better deals or good deals or something like gentleman agreement?
Gentleman agreement. I suppose another one. This would be a stopgap. Bournemouth, because Eddie Howe and Tyndall links. So,
but Bournemouth, they are fighting now. They are they have a new guest in relegation zone, but they are struggling. If you can see.
Yeah. So I don't think they'll not be likely to sell to us, but
except Bournemouth, who else have a good relation with Newcastle? Leeds, no.
Leeds, no. Maybe I don't know. Crystal Palace.
It doesn't need from the Premier League. Maybe Championship.
Yeah, maybe Leeds. I mean, don't think it'll be Sunderland or Middlesbrough, but it'll probably be Leeds, maybe. Yeah, but I mean, to be honest, I haven't watched much of the Championship, so I couldn't. But I couldn't see anybody from the Championship letting their best players go, because they'll all be fighting to get into playoffs, and
Who do you think will be relegated?
Oh, from here. Right. I would.
Now we have third of the season late.
Yeah. If I'll be honest with you, I think Burnley will be one, because they just, unless Burnley, Sheffield United. I think Luton might just about get there, and unfortunately, and I think it might be Everton as well.
Everton. So this four.
Unfortunately, because obviously that 10. I mean that if you look at it in terms of games, that deduction they've suffered today is 3 wins and a draw. So they've got to find 3 wins and a draw
to catch up.
To catch up again. Not so easy, is it? Not, but they might do it. But that's those are my that's my thoughts on that.
Great thoughts, Daniel. Let's speak about what do you think about Champions League? So we have now Paris and Milan. The only way is it's still in our hands, but we need to beat both of them. Charlie says that 4 points is enough. But what do you think, Daniel?
1 win and a draw, I believe, should be enough. I mean, basically, the way things stand, it's all to play for. It's there's lots of football to be played. It's all to play for. That group is not a done deal. It's not. I know. Is it? I think with the
PSG at Paris. We play in France. How Newcastle fans think of these games?
I haven't really spoken to me, but I think we obviously we'll have some players back. I think we can get something there. if we have, you know, a couple of our big guns back, I think we can get something there. We if we go there, play with intensity, and don't that, you know, we can give them a game, because the way I look at Paris, they're a team of individuals, not a team of that's the way I see Paris. Whereas Dortmund were a proper team.
Yes. Yeah, we're done we're done with Dortmund.
Milan, I believe, again, at home, 12th man on our side. I think we can beat them at home. I think we beat them at home.
So you're still having hope?
Oh, I've got hope. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the other way to look at it is as well, before the Champions League started, the 4 points we've got, those are 4 points that other people think we'd never have. Yeah,
exactly.
Because they thought we'd, but
Yeah.
you know, as you say, it's all to play for. It's all in our hands. Worst case scenario, we finish bottom of the group, don't get anything. Okay. Next best scenario, we finish third, we qualify for Europa League. Best scenario, we finish second and we go through to the next round. Yeah. So, you know, it's all, anything can happen. So, you know, as I say, it's we need lady luck and the gods to shine in our favor, and then we should be okay.
Exactly. Khalid asking with the question, not with the question, but he said, I think the question is short, but he said, like, since when you know Steve? I think he saw you in the in FC Matters, I believe.
Yeah.
So I think he's speaking about Steve Wraith.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said, since when you be with Steve, or you know Steve?
Since when did I know Steve? Good question. Well, I got to know Steve through Facebook, etc. And I bought books off his bookshop, and then things happened, and then eventually I started going on NUFC Matters, and then from there it just developed. It developed over time.
طيب يا خالد، يقول دانيل انه هو عرف ستيف من البدايه من الفيسبوك، وتعرفوا على بعض، وصار يطلع في البرنامج اللي نطلع فيه طبعا اف سي ماترز، شو نيوكاسليه في نيوكاسل. A says, I wish if we have this season to have a title, Champions League spot, and I will be satisfied 100%. I believe we all, not just you.
Everybody,
But the problem is Liverpool and Tottenham. They are our competitive now. So what do you think? What will make you satisfied this season?
Satisfy this season, if
minimum would be
minimum,
maximum. That's the title.
We'll go. I tell you what, we'll go with minimum first. Minimum if we qualify for Europe again, be it Champions League, be it Europa League. Maximum if we win a cup and qualify for Europe. So that's what I would say there.
طبعا نشوف انه الحد الادنى بالنسبه لدانيل انه نتاهل طبعا لاي بطوله اوروبيه، والماكسيموم اكيد انه نفوز ببطوله، طبعا نتاهل لاحد البطولات الاوروبيه. Okay. We have a couple of questions here. I would like to ask you. A lot of people speaking about Trippier and what happened with the fans and at Bournemouth. What's your take on this and what you heard from this thing?
Yeah, I saw the footage. I mean, just speaking from the fans' point of view, he wants to be, when a fan pays money to go watch a football match, wants to be entertained, wants the best result. And if he's not happy, the fan has the right to
Any idea what the fan says to?
I think what he said was that it looked like the players aren't trying. Okay, but I think a bit wide of the mark there. I mean, that was his opinion. He thought they weren't trying, and obviously Trippier would have been. You know, you remember he's just had a hard 90+ minutes game, and for somebody to then say, "Oh, you're not trying," that's enough to. You would get annoyed. Or me and you would get annoyed if we working so hard at something, and then somebody says to us, "Oh, you're not trying." You and I would get annoyed, yeah, and that's all that happened. Trippier let out his emotion by saying, "Them, you know, how many injuries have we got? That we were playing with a stretched, with stretched resources." So you can understand it from both sides, but thankfully it's the fan apologized. He'd had a bit too much alcohol instead of, but he's apologized and it's case closed. So fans have the right, because fans are paying customers, and they always say in the shop, customers are always right. So I mean, it's like when you go to a restaurant, Al Walid, you pay to have food, yeah. Now, if the food's no good, you are well within your right to say, "That meal was rubbish." I'm not eating from here again. So it's fair enough. You have the right to an opinion on what you think, be it entertainment or hospitality, whatever. So yeah, there was nothing wrong with what the fans said.
What do you think Eddie Howe says to Trippier regarding this? He was fine with this as a captain.
Yeah. He probably just said, Eddie Howe just said, "Look, calm down, let it go. We move on." He's probably just calming him down, because Eddie Howe very well, you lucky man's met him, so you know more than me, but he's voice of reason, gentleman. He's probably just said, "Calm down, just let it go."
Speaking of the fans, we read and we see that there is a forum for Newcastle with the fans. I think 2 days ago. Any idea or anything you hear regarding anything will be held or managed for the fans? Or
yeah, I think
you
yeah. All I know is yeah, there was a fans event yesterday. Yeah, it was ticket only. I did try and get a ticket for it, but I was unlucky. But they put my name's down if there are any future events. But it was yesterday.
What was about? If you have an idea.
Apparently, you got a chance to meet Eddie Howe and Becky. What's her name? Becky Langley, who's the
women's
coach. Yeah, and other than that, I don't know too much. But I do, because I've got membership. I got the membership email, so I had a chance to go, but I was unsuccessful because it was random. The tickets were given out, but I didn't know. I don't know what happened or anything. So, but I know there was an event on. But
is it? Do you think about the tickets issues or something?
I think I think all of that will have been discussed there. I would have expected it, but as I say, need to dig into social media to find out what actually came of it. But other than that,
do you think Newcastle will visit Saudi Arabia this year? Because I saw the fixture and the dates. We don't have that much of a time, unless if we didn't qualify against Chelsea in Carabao.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a plan B if we don't qualify. Then I think
if we qualify, no chance, right, to come.
If we go on, then I think we'll be looking into next season before we came, probably. But I'd say, who knows? We still have to defend the Diriyah Cup.
Yes, exactly. Your title.
Yeah, we have to defend that.
Brilliant, Daniel. So any question you have for the Saudi fans
Yeah.
or border.
Any question? All I'll say is, yes, bit of a bad result last Saturday, but keep the faith, guys. Good times are coming. We are on the verge of something special. And all you Saudi fans will be proud to support the Geordies. So that's all I'll say.
السعودي جورديز بوي. طبعا دانيل يقول انه يعني رساله الجماهير السعوديه يعني لا تقلقون، يعني ولا تقلقوا، الافضل قادم. يعني احنا في وضع الان كل شيء قاعد يصير احسن يعني، بس هي فتره صعبه للمشاركات زي ما تكلمنا. كملخص لحديث سيد دانيل. Daniel, would like to thank you. We're honored to have you tonight. Really appreciate your coming.
Anytime. Always a pleasure, my friend. And it's great to talk to you. I mean, you know, it's been like catching up with an old friend. That's what it's all about. Thanks for
really, exactly. Daniel, we are the Saudi Geordies boy. Thank you, Daniel. طبعا شكرا لكم لاستماعكم وحضوركم معنا. طبعا لا تنسوا الاشتراك واللايك وهذه الامور. كان معنا دانيل من نيوكاسل. شكرا لكم وتصبحون على خير.